Michelle. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Good, good. So, how's your podcast going?
They are going awesomely. We've got one going on 3 times a week, and in total, I do 5 of them, 5 different shows every week.
So, you interview different business professionals. You're located in BC. Is that correct?
I'm in Calgary,
Oh, you're in
Alberta.
Calgary.
Yeah.
I got that one right, wrong.
All good. I'm in
Okay.
Canada. You got the right country. All good.
There you go. There you go. Well, no, that's awesome. And you do a ton of marketing work. So, do you want to just maybe elaborate on that, how you work with entrepreneurs in that capacity?
Excellent. So, yeah, what we do is I, in particular, work with business owners, executives in the growing phase of their business to help them to set up their business to scale it. So, we're looking at strategies, systems, support, and state of mind. Primarily, when it comes to scaling, you want to know what the overall where you want to go in the long run, and you want a strategy to be able to get there before you start implementing anything else, because everything becomes paramount on that cog of the wheel, cog of the wheel,
Yeah.
cog of the wheel. There we go.
Yeah.
And being able to look at the different areas of then what systems do you need in place? What support do you need to support those systems, and the state of mind that you need to have in order to stay on top of it and maintain your sanity.
That's a good one. So let me ask you, like, where do, younger entrepreneurs go wrong when it comes to this stuff? Like, is it that they just try to, get out there way before they're ready? Like, what do you see happening and how do you help that?
Actually, I love the kind of enthusiasm, particularly of young entrepreneurs, but I think all first-time entrepreneurs have a desire to put the cart before the horse, or they start running before they can walk, which is super fun, lots of enthusiasm, but it ends up oftentimes kind of being the bane of their business, because they don't really understand what they should have had in place earlier to make it easier. So the
Mhm.
biggest thing you can do is look at somebody that's already built what you want to build, and learn the lessons from them.
Okay. And so I know, your focus is working with entrepreneurs, but do you do anything in the corporate realm, like B2B? Do you do that
B2B
area at all?
for our clients. So absolutely, in being able to look at and scale their digital marketing, their capacities of how they want to set up and grow their businesses. So when a business is getting to the point of growth, they usually have what we like to call Frankenware systems in place, being able to look at those systems and find out how they can work more efficiently, more effectively, so that there's less involvement from the primary or the founder of the company, and being able to let the employees kind of run the business themselves more efficiently, more effectively, which then makes business more attractive, not only for the founders, but also for onlookers that might be interested in buying.
Okay. And so how does all of this now relate to growing your sales? I mean, it's an obvious one, right? You have everything in place, but what would you say about that? Like, how does it link directly into sales results?
Well, how it directly relates, and I think one thing that everybody needs to understand is there's basically 4 stages of business. One is your startup, where you're throwing spaghetti at the wall, trying to figure out what works. The next is growth, where you're figuring out what works and honing in specifically on that until you have it fine-tuned. Once you have it fine-tuned, you can move into the scaling phase of it, which is basically throwing money and resources at the problem, because now you know how it works and you just have to replicate that as much as possible. And then the last one, obviously, is exiting and being able to find somebody that finds that attractive enough to be able to buy that business from you, to be able to use it as part of one of the many wheels in their wheelhouse. So it looks like it's more often going to be enterprise at that point that takes it over, because they have businesses, or what looks on the outside like a division, but it's actually businesses running internally. So it looks like the pieces of a Rolex all working finally together.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. How long have you been doing this?
I've been helping businesses achieve whatever stage is important to them for the last 23 years. So in 2000, I started working with entrepreneurs and helping them grow their businesses.
And what are some phrases that you hear? I know this sounds like an odd question, but there's certain buzzwords I'm sure that you hear where you then can understand this is what they need, right? What are some of those buzzwords? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, when in the startup phase, it's usually I just need a mini me. If I could just get somebody to do what I do, then I'd be able to get on to the next stage, which isn't necessarily true, but that's how they feel. In the growth stage, it's I just need more leads, which is super fun because that's really not what they need. In fact, more often what they need is systems in place to be able to handle those leads. And then in the scaling phase, that's when they really do need just more leads. But they're usually looking for more money to be able to put into the machine to make it work faster and harder. And then in the selling phase, it's, I just want to get out, I'm done, or I just need the right people to take this over. So it's usually as the businesses grow and mature, or they're in the higher phases in the business, people know what the next stage is. But in the early stages, to me, it's a lot more fun. It's a lot more enthusiastic.
But I love that you're very bang on. Like you think you need something, you're complaining about something, you're struggling with something, but it's really something else that you need. And you laid it out so well and so quick. Like that's amazing. I'm gonna have to rewind this and watch that again. That's amazing. So what is the best place, Michelle, for people to reach you?
Yep, you can email me at michelle@awarenessstrategies.com, or if you're just wanting to kind of hang out and find out what's going on, I am on LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, everything that kind of is the buzz. And I am Michelle Nedlock. I'm the only one that speaks English. So out of the 5 of us,
Oh yeah,
if you find us, I'm the one that speaks English.
beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.